Ghidini Benvenuto Limited was founded in 1955. The company's headquarters are in San Giuliano Milanese and are composed of 2 buildings of 5,000 square meters in total. The main building includes the purchase and buying department and the R&D technical teams, together with a room dedicated to receiving suppliers and customers, as well as the administration and sales departments and conference rooms. In the same building, there is the machine assembly area, the components warehouse, and the packaging and shipping sections. In the assembly shop, all the components are brought together to be assembled by Ghidini's technicians. Then the electric panels are fitted and wired. When construction is complete, all machines are put into operation extensively to ensure perfect operation and long-term reliability. After testing, they are carefully packed in the shipping department. The warehouse hosts most of the machine components, together with the items manufactured in the carpentry workshop. From the warehouse, all the components required for production are supplied to the assembly shop, and also spare parts are dispatched when required to Ghidini customers worldwide. Shipment of the machine is the final stage of this long production process, which starts with the receipt of the customer's order and ends with the delivery of a carefully constructed and thoroughly tested machine to the end user. The light carpentry department is housed in the second building. Here, many metal parts and numerous small iron components necessary in the making of the ironing machines are produced. The wide range of GB pressing and ironing machines includes the following categories: ironing tables and steam irons, electric steam generators, form finishers, toppers for trousers, combined finishing cabinets, manually or pneumatically driven presses, spotting tables. Ghidini ironing tables are manufactured in many versions. They are divided into 2 separate categories depending on the shape of the ironing board, utility or rectangular. There are, moreover, other very important differences regarding the features of ironing boards: electrically heated and self-contained, or for connection to central steam services, supplying steam simply to the iron or alternatively to the whole working surface, upsteaming. As far as the drying of the garments is concerned, the ironing board can be equipped either with just vacuum or with a combined vacuum and blowing device. This gives an idea of the variety of models and versions Ghidini Benvenuto can offer their customers to meet their needs. Starting with the most simple table version, there are the folding vacuum tables type TPA available with heated board. This table is recommended for casual ironing operations, carried out from time to time and not continuously, such as for tailors. Then there are the professional vacuum ironing tables available in the following versions. Eolo with utility ironing board to be connected to a central steam supply. Ambria, which features a built-in automatic electric boiler. Eolo M with a rectangular instead of a utility board. Eolo M can be supplied in the self-contained version with built-in electric boiler or to be connected to a central steam supply. The features all professional vacuum ironing tables have in common are on the one hand the adjustable temperatures of the ironing board by means of an easily set thermostat, and on the other the strong suction obtained by pressing the relevant pedal situated at the bottom of the machine body. Steam is brought to the garment by means of the steam iron, which can be fed from a built-in boiler or from a central steam unit. There are a further 3 versions of utility ironing tables with a different type of steaming and drying operation. The ironing table OSI features 2 drying systems. The vacuum, particularly useful for the ironing of creases and of coarse fibrous textiles and fabrics, and the blowing device, extremely suitable for the ironing of more delicate fabrics such as silk, for the seams which are not stressed using this technique. Furthermore, it is used in order to avoid producing shining impressions on certain fabrics. Most of all, it speeds up the ironing operation by facilitating easier maneuverability of the garments on the ironing board, as for example the waistbands of trousers. OSI is also available with a bigger buck, which is wider and longer, suitable both for trousers and for large garments, such as coats. As far as the steaming is concerned, OSI is similar to the models Eolo, Ambria and Eolo M, on which the steam is only obtained by means of the iron. OSI is available with or without built-in electric boiler. On the 2 types of ironing tables called Vapor GB and Vapor GBS, the upsteaming is effected uniformly on the whole board. With this function, the operator is not bound to steam the garments only by means of the iron, but is able by simply pressing a pedal to speed up this operation considerably. Apart from the uniformity, you can also control the rapid steam expulsion from the board. For the removal of the steam, Vapor GB features a vacuum device, whereas Vapor GBS has both a strong suction and an optimal blowing system. Vapor GBS is therefore the most complete and comprehensive utility ironing table of the whole GB range. Both models are available either in the self-contained version with built-in electric boiler or to be connected to a central steam generator. The models OSI, Vapor GB and Vapor GBS can also be supplied with 2 different size working surfaces, maxi having a wider and longer board, or standard. The upsteaming and vacuum ironing tables are also manufactured with a rectangular board by Ghidini Benvenuto. 4 different dimensions are available, depending on their use and the operator's needs. Very often these kinds of tables are used for the ironing of knitwear, where it is sufficient to steam and eventually to dry the garment by means of the vacuum without having to finish it with the iron. Also in this case, a quick and uniform steam expulsion on the board is very important, in order to allow on one hand a speeding up of the ironing process and on the other to treat the fabric uniformly on the different parts of the garment. Ghidini manufacture two types of steam irons, one called Model R and the other Model P. The latter features a wider plate than Model R. All the remaining components are the same. The Ghidini steam irons are supplied with die-cast aluminium heaters and with a thermostat having a built-in thermofuse to comply with safety regulations. This thermofuse serves to cut off or interrupt the electrical supply to the iron heater in the event of the thermostat failing. As well as these, Ghidini has recently enlarged its range of irons to include one with a cork handle called the Model U. This iron is a little lighter than the traditional irons in the GB series and corresponds also to the European Community regulations, being equipped with a security thermofuse. The Ghidini electric steam generator range is composed of several small boilers with manual water feeding as Beta 3, Beta 3L3 and Jolly. These three models have all a different water capacity. Beta 3 has a capacity of 1.7 litres and features a 1000-watt heater. Beta 3L3 has a capacity of 3 litres and features a 1.4 kilowatt heater, whereas Jolly has a capacity of 4 litres and features a 1.5 kilowatt heater. Depending on the boiler capacity, also the generator's autonomy differs, varying from 2 to 5 hours for the aforementioned models. Beta 3, Beta 3L3 and Jolly are supplied complete with a GB steam iron. Then there is the automatic electric steam generator type Super GB-A, which can be connected directly to the water network, featuring an automatic level control, or to a water feeding tank. This model belongs to a group of professional boilers suitable for extended and continuous use. It is equipped with a heater able to guarantee the steam supply for 2 steam irons, which is the standard equipment of the machine. Super GB-A is the ideal steam generator to be placed between 2 vacuum ironing tables without boiler, such as the Aola, or between 2 vacuum blowing tables type OSI. Last but not least, there is the series of electric boilers called Macchine, which can be used to feed several steam irons or other types of ironing machines or equipment needing the supply of steam, as for example ironing presses, ironing tables with upsteaming boards, form finishers, steam guns, etc. The type Macchine 15 is suitable to feed 4 steam irons, whereas Macchine 24 and Macchine 26 are able to feed up to 10 steam irons or 2 upsteaming machines, tables, presses, etc. The main difference between Macchine 24 and Macchine 26 consists in the working pressure of the steam, being of 4.5 bar regarding Macchine 24, whereas Macchine 26 can reach up to 7 bar. The high pressure ensures drier steam, especially suitable for the ironing of certain garments such as furs. This series is completed by the type Macchine 60, able to produce up to 64 kilos of steam per hour, supplied as standard with 2 independent heaters units. The utility form finisher is especially suitable for the finishing of jackets, anoraks and coats, even of coarse fibrous fabrics. Thanks to the 3 timers supplied as standard, Majestic form finishers feature a fully automatic working cycle. The 3 timers are set according to the garment to be finished, as well as to the quality the operator wishes to obtain. The steaming duration is controlled by the first timer. The second controls the conditioning time using both steaming and blowing together, facilitating penetration of the steam into the fabric. The third timer controls the drying duration, obtained by blowing out the hot air. Once the timers are set, it is sufficient to apply the 2 wooden sleeve stretchers and the clamps in order to hold together any slits or vents and adjust the width of the shoulders. After having prepared the machine in this way, the cycle is started by pressing the pedal in the front. A further lateral pedal adjusts the airflow and therefore the tension applied to the garment. Form finishes are available in the self-contained version Majestic A with built-in electric boiler, or to be connected to a central steam supply type Majestic V. The form finishes are used to prepare jackets and coats for the final touching up on a table, linings, collars, etc. Topper for trousers. Regarding the operating mode, this machine is similar to the form finisher, but is exclusively suitable for the finishing of trousers. The ironing cycle is set, as for the form finisher, by 3 timers. Also, the quantity of blown out air is adjustable. In order to obtain increased steam temperature, the machine features a steam superheater adjustable by a thermostat. Another typical feature of the topper is the fact that it has always to be connected to a central steam supply. Ghidini manufacture 2 different types of toppers. As far as the model Topper 90 is concerned, the positioning and tensioning of the trousers is adjusted thanks to some pneumatic devices, such as the waistband stretcher, the clamps to hold the trouser legs together, and the leg stretching carriage. Thanks to these devices, the Model 90 is particularly suitable for coarse fibrous and resistant trousers, such as jeans, as the trouser legs are considerably stretched, simplifying final finishing. For the finishing of trousers of lighter and more delicate fabric, on the other hand, Ghidini have developed the Model P, featuring as well a pneumatic device for the stretching of the trouser waistband, whereas 2 manual clamps have to be applied to hold together and to stretch the trouser legs. These clamps prevent the trouser legs from being stretched too strongly. As these machines are pneumatically driven, each operating mode, waistband stretcher, clamps for the trouser legs and the leg stretching carriage, features pressure regulators. Last but not least, the trouser toppers are equipped with a time meter to control the working pace. As with the form finishers, the toppers have been developed to speed up the ironing process and serve mainly to prepare the garments before they are finished on the ironing tables. This is achieved by fast and uniform steaming, by means of which the operator saves time, as he doesn't have to moisten the garment with the steam iron. The creases on elegant trousers, on the other hand, have to be touched up on an ironing table or on a press in order to effect a quality finishing. Combined finishing cabinets. The cabinets are composed of 2 finishing units installed on either sides of a rotating door. The vapor box features as standard equipment a form finisher and a topper for trousers. Depending on the operator's needs, the cabinet can alternatively be equipped with 2 form finishers or 2 toppers. This machine is therefore very versatile. The setting of the working cycle and positioning of garments are similar to the form finishers and the toppers. The cabinet's topper features as standard mechanical components, but it can be supplied on request with a pneumatically driven waistband stretching device. One advantage of the cabinet is that the whole working cycle is effected in a closed environment, avoiding therefore any loss of moist or hot air to the working area. Furthermore, the 360-degree rotating door enables the operator to prepare the next garment on the external unit while the working cycle inside the cabinet is being completed. In this way, it is possible to considerably speed up finishing operations. The cabinet, as the form finisher Majestic and the topper 90 and P, serves to effortlessly effect the preliminary treatment required to prepare garments for the final finishing. The vapor box cabinet is available in the self-contained version, Type A, with built-in electric boiler, or to be connected to a central steam supply, Type V. Pneumatically and manually driven garment presses. These machines have two pressing bucks lying one on top of the other. Upon its lowering, the upper mobile buck presses the garment on the lower buck. Both bucks are upsteaming in order to obtain excellent finishing quality, and in addition the lower buck has a vacuum device for drying and cooling the garment. The vacuum prevents furthermore the garment, the creases in particular, from moving while being pressed. Ghidini presses can be supplied with different buck shapes depending on the type or the parts of garment to be pressed. The shape U3, also called utility shape, is the most popular one, whereas the GP shape is exclusively used for the ironing of trouser legs and the B shape for the waistband. The UGP shape is a combination between the U3 and the GP shape. All these shapes are upsteaming and are especially suitable for dry cleaned garments. There are also special bucks for wet cleaned garments featuring a steam heated upper polished buck. These special bucks are available in the utility version U3L and in the version CP for the ironing of collars and cuffs. The lowering of the upper buck of Ghidini presses can be effected pneumatically by two push buttons, which have to be pressed simultaneously, or by a pedal. In this case, a safety frame for the protection of the hands is mounted on the upper buck. Ghidini manufacture mainly three different types of presses. Model P87 is characterized by a very fast lowering of the upper buck, especially recommended for garment factories and for express services. Model P87 features furthermore a shock absorber, by means of which it is possible to regulate the lowering of the upper buck in two different ways. The two bucks can either be closed completely, obtaining in this way firm pressing of the garment, or the upper buck can remain open at 1 centimeter from the lower one, allowing the operator to steam the garments without having to press them. The model P88, on the other hand, has no shock absorber, which means that the lowering of the upper buck is consequently slower and that it does not have the possibility of spaced closure. Regarding the version PM98, the lowering of the upper buck is not pneumatically driven, but manually by means of a lever system. All three types can be supplied on request with different options: built-in electric boiler, built-in vacuum unit and compressors, steam iron assembly, automatic device for the ironing cycle, steam gun, steam air gun, spotting shape. The most important advantage of a press is the fact that the garment is steamed from both sides in a very fast way by the upsteaming bucks. Moreover, the pressing of the upper buck on the lower one ensures a perfect finishing, most of all regarding the creases, for example, elegant trousers. Ghidini manufacture two types of spotting tables. On one hand, a cold spotting table, model GBS88F. On the other, a steam spotting board, model GBS88C. Both types can be equipped with the cold and the steam spotting device respectively. The cold spotting device features two special guns at two positions. By pushing the lever right down, the spotting solvent will spray out. whereas by pushing it only halfway, the operator will obtain a jet of air in order to dry the stain and the previously sprayed solvent. This system allows the operator to spray the solvent on the stain itself and to dry it very quickly, as it is not necessary to change guns. The table is equipped with 2 guns because there are different types of solvents. Sometimes only aqueous solutions are used. The steam spotting device, on the other hand, uses the steam as a means to remove the stain. The steam is particularly suitable against greasy stains and often used to facilitate the penetration of the spotting solvents used by the 2 cold spotting guns. The steam gun can be controlled by 2 pedals, one for the steam, the other for the hot air, as for the model GBS88C. Otherwise, the gun can be equipped with 2 push buttons, controlling the steam and the air exit respectively. This kind of gun is installed on the model GBS88F. Both models can be supplied with some options, such as the built-in vacuum unit and compressor, and with a water spray gun if requested. A very important detail to underline is that both the cover plate and the buck are entirely made of stainless steel in order to avoid any unpleasant formation of rust. The GBS88 models are very compact, but at the same time manufactured on a sturdy frame and featuring a powerful vacuum device necessary to speed up the drying of stains.